One thing about the folk around here, they ain't right.
You know a good place, get some food?
What's good, everybody? You know, between Dutch and Molly's constant lovemaking, Pearson's lack of progress on making the camp stew, and Kieran's new, let's call it hobby, bro, Arthur Morgan had had enough. He had been stuck in camp for far too long, so he did what any butch cowboy would do. He set out to make a documentary on the people who inhabit the fair lands of Red Dead Redemption 2. So sit back and enjoy what is sure to be an emotional journey, highlighting the triumphs of the human spirit. His first encounter is with a hunter stalking his dinner, a wild prairie coyote.
Whoa, steady there. Scare away my dinner.
Watch how the hunter expertly tracks his prey, standing downwind, biding his time. And there's the shot. As a show of solidarity, Arthur gives the hunter a common duck, which he had killed earlier. The gift exchange is going well until the hunter's horse defecates on the ground in front of the duck. Now, I don't know about you, but where Arthur comes from, this is an insult of the highest order. Arthur challenges the hunter to a gentleman's duel in the streets of Valentine at high noon. Nah, I'm kidding. He shot him in the back. Arthur's no gentleman, but he did get to meet a perfect gentleman, name of Fenton. What I like best about Fenton is he's always learning. A few weeks ago, at the relatively young age of 26, he learned how to open doors. And a few days ago, how fishing works. And yesterday, dynamite. Mother! Today, he's trying to learn how to climb out of a hole. The local villagers have created this sort of very sophisticated rigging to lift Fenton out of the hole in case he can't figure out how to use the ladder. And there's the descent. The village idiot Fenton has successfully fallen into the hole. We'll return to his journey of personal discovery if there are any pertinent developments. We catch up with Arthur a little further down the trail, outside the gates of Fort Wallace. All is quiet, except for the sound of a barking dog coming from inside the fort. Arthur is alarmed as he doesn't hear any people inside. Believing the dog to be starving, he desperately tries to find a crack in the walls of the fort through which he can enter. Having found no cracks, Arthur pulls a Fenton and throws dynamite at the doors of the fort. Would you look at that? There were people inside the whole time. Believing Arthur to be a traveling salesman, the fort's occupants hurl verbal abuse and gunfire at him. Arthur efficiently dispatches of the filthy heathens, then remembers why he was poking around the fort in the first place. The dog, the one behind the locked fort, who now has no humans to feed it. Seems he has set into motion the very tragedy he was trying to avoid. Arthur trots away and decides it would be best to never speak of this again. Back at the hole, nothing interesting is happening. Somebody call the doctor! I thought he learned how to use the dynamite after he blew that guy's arm off. Why is he still playing with it like he doesn't know what he's doing? Well, sometimes he forgets what he learns. Perhaps the cozy confines of Butcher Creek will provide a sane respite from the general tomfoolery going around the prairie. Here, the people have a distinct talent for the arts.
That's real pretty.
They excel at walking in a straight line without falling, and seldom reek of pig excrement for more than a few months at a time. They are well-dressed and polite.
Hey there, stupid man.
That is, unless you mess with their chickens. Yes, trample one of these buggers with your noble steed, and all bets are off regarding your personal safety. You'd have been better off calling their mother a fornicator or their father a politician. Arthur fights desperately against the tribe. In the end, he resorts to diplomatic negotiations to ensure his survival. He rides home, weary of his days in the wilderness, but what a tale he has to tell. Meanwhile, and Fenton's done it. He's made it out of the hole, and now what is he doing? Now he's balancing on the rigging, and oh, bloody heck, I give up.